Hello, everyone. So we'll start. We'll just do a little bit of reading at the beginning because then it just calms the mind. And then we do a bit of a physical movement practice to settle the body. And then we do a more quiet, still, deeper, energetic practice. So just sitting with your eyes closed to listen. Love holds no grievances. So today, the focus is actually on releasing some of the countless grievances that we actually hold, not only in our body, but also in our etheric body. And not only from this lifetime, but from eons ago. So we're going to focus on releasing some of those grievances. What I'm reading from is a section of A Course in Miracles. As you can see, this book has been eaten by one of the dogs right there. You who were created by love like itself can hold no grievances and know yourself. To hold a grievance is to forget who you are. To hold a grievance is to see yourself as a body. To hold a grievance is to let the ego rule your mind and to condemn the body to death. It is as sure that those who hold grievances will suffer guilt, as it is certain that those who forgive will find peace. It is as sure that those who hold grievances will forget who they are, as it is certain that those who forgive will remember. Would you not be willing to relinquish your grievances if you believed all this was so? Perhaps you do not think you can let your grievances go. That, however, is simply a matter of motivation. Today, we will try to find out how you would feel without them. If you succeed, even by ever so little, there will never be a problem in motivation ever again. We begin today's practice by searching your mind for those against whom you hold what you regard as major grievances. Some of these will be quite easy to find. So just for a moment, just think of the biggest grievances that pop into your mind. So you don't have to do it. They'll just be there. They'll just come up. Just a couple of the biggest grievances that are just automatically in your mind. Now think of some of the seemingly minor grievances you hold against those you like and even think you love. So just become aware of some of the little grievances against people that you feel you like and even love. It will quickly become apparent that there is no one against whom you do not cherish grievances of some sort. This has left you alone in all the universe in your perception of yourself. So we're going to come back to that. So just standing quite relaxed, feet apart. Feel that your feet are grounding into the floor and your energy is going through the floor and down into the earth, knees slightly bent. And we're just going to do a bit of that shaking thing. The shaking thing is actually a Qigong thing, but it's very common to all those practices, Chinese tradition, and some of the yoga traditions too. So just shaking hands, shaking arms, shaking shoulders, shaking hips, shaking head side to side. And now we're going to move around and just keep shaking. And jumping up and down in the spot, shaking, 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 shaking. Oh, I see some people are getting very energetic. That's good. Now, still keep the gentle shaking going, but on the spot, and shake your hands out to the front. Coming back in, shake out to the side. Coming back in, up. And notice the difference between your left and your right side, and which you find easier to move and has a stronger movement. Out to the side again, in, behind, and jumping up, hands up, 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 up. And still gentle shaking, hands down, standing still, eyes closed. Now, just let your breath settle. Become aware of both your palms and feel the energy inside your palms. Feel that it's like two balls of energy. You'll probably feel heat and tingling. Take your hands with that energy, just still concentrating on the energy in your palms, and lift them up to the side as if you're drawing a big circle around yourself. And become aware of all the energy that's around you. And back down. And as you do it, we're going to say, as we go up, we're going to say, I am in the divine. And coming down, the divine is in me. And when we're going to keep saying it, but we're going to breathe in, say it, I'm in the divine, breathe out, the divine is in me. I am in 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 the divine is in me. Keep your eyes closed. Get your hands and still feel the energy, the chi or the universal energy, the life force, and put it on your liver, which is on the right side of your body in the middle. The liver is a place where in physical form, a lot of anger is held. And feel that you're breathing into your liver with the divine energy that you just gathered. Breathe into your liver, and that the breath is releasing the anger and loosening it in your own breath time. You don't have to specifically be thinking of what the angers are. You're just generally loosening it. The trouble with thinking about what we're angry about is that it can just get our mind going, and we go on and on and on about whatever the thing is. But if, as a spiritual student, if we have that commitment that we're willing to get rid of every bit of anger we have, then quite a lot of the time it's not even necessary to know what it's about. You probably will know, but the focus is on releasing it and getting rid of it. Okay, hands down by your side. Now we're going to just do a bit more movement. So we're going to move to the right side, arm out, bring energy into your heart. Left side, arm out, bring energy into your heart. Right side, energy in. Left side, energy in. And make the movement as big and as flowing as you feel like doing. Now, I'm going to put the music on just for a minute. And the one that I'm going to put on is a fairly sort of energizing type of music. So allow the music to sort of come into you and move the energy that's in your body, move the stuck area and bring the divine into your body. We'll just do that. Keep your eyes closed, and you can move around the whole floor as much as you feel and move in any direction you want. You don't have to necessarily keep doing the one we're doing now. Okay, move with that music and move around the room. Okay. And now just sit where you want to sit, either on the floor or a chair, whichever you go, whatever is right for you to do. Closing eyes. Okay, so now we're just going to settle into a more energetic process. Breathing in, out, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep doing that in your own time for a while. We're going to move up and down the central meridian. So starting at your base, the base of your spine, see that there is a light traveling up your spine all the way to your crown, and then we're going to go back down again. So in breath going up, out breath going down. So just keep your focus on the central meridian, which is an energy system running along your spine from your base to your crown. We're just going to do that for a little while, because just simply concentrating on that energy line helps to balance your left and right side and helps to balance your system. So when you're in your own time, but I'm going up and breathing out, going down. Up, breathing in, out, going down. Up, down. Up, down. In, out. In, out. In, out. And we're just going to do another balancing practice, which is alternate nostril breathing. So if you put your right thumb on your right nostril and block it off, breathe out through the left, then breathe in through the left, block the left with your little finger, and breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right, block the nostril with your right thumb, and breathe out on the left. In, block, out, in, block, out on the left. In, block, breathe out on the right. In on the right, block, out on the left. In on the left, block, out on the right. In, block, out on the left. So keep going in your own time. If you get confused, it doesn't matter. Just do it as best as you can. We're going to do that for a few minutes, and I will put on a chanting thing for you to listen to. The next time you get to your left side on an out, then you can stop and keep your eyes closed. And just sit quietly, eyes closed. So we've settled our body, we've settled our energy system. Now we're going to go into a deeper practice. So you need to be 100% committed to this, because this is your opportunity to release more of the debris and more of the damaging energy inside your body. So make that commitment to yourself that this is one of the practices that you're going to release some damaging energy that you don't want in your system, because energy like that, it makes us sick and it makes us unhappy. Our whole spiritual path is a process of getting rid of it, so we become lighter and lighter. So we're 100% committed to getting rid of something in your body and something in your energy system. Your own consciousness will tell you what it is, what is appropriate at this moment, and what is most helpful to you. So we're walking along a path in a forest, a beautiful forest with old, old trees that have been around for many hundreds of years. They're so tall and straight, and there's so many of them. It's quite dark, but not disconcerting. It's just dark because the trees are big. They're friendly. They know that you're meant to be there. Anyone who comes on this path is meant to be on this path. You keep walking, walking, walking. It's sort of a sandy path through the trees. You come to a river. It is a blue river that shines like people with sparkly eyes. You touch it, the water is cool, but it's not cold. You take off your shoes and socks or your sandals, and you put your feet in the water, and you're walking along the edge of the river. Walking, walking. You're walking deeper. You're up to your knees now, walking along. It's a sandy river, much like the path that you were on. Keep walking into the river. The water is up to your thighs. It's cool, but it's not too cold. It's cool. So it's not like getting in a bath. You know that you're there for a reason. The water is up to your hips. Keep going. You're here for a reason. Just keep walking into that water. Up to your waist. Keep walking. Up to your chest. Keep going. You look around, there's no one else in sight. It's only you, but you're meant to be here. Up to your neck. You falter for a moment, but then something tells you that with this sparkly-eyed water, if you keep walking, you'll be able to breathe once you're inside the water. So with all your faith and with all your belief that something loves you and something is keeping you safe, you just keep walking. You walk into the middle of the river, and your whole face is now under the water, but you can breathe easily. And you keep walking until you're in a channel in the very middle of the river. And you walk along the channel, and as you go, you keep going deeper and deeper until there's about 10 feet of water above your head. And then you come to a rock, a big rock that's just sitting on the riverbed floor. You sit on the rock. You sit cross-legged on the rock. And you don't float up, you just stay there. Something is keeping you down. You sit and you breathe comfortably and you wait. And then something green, a light is traveling through the water, and it comes into your crown, it goes down your spine, and it goes into your liver. And it doesn't feel particularly good because it's there to stir up all the resentment in your body. It's stirring it up. It feels uncomfortable, but it's not painful. It's stirring it up, stirring it up. There's a lot of it. And then it starts moving in a whirlpool around your liver. The green light is going round and round and round, faster and faster, like a whirlpool, and is gathering all the resentments. Some of the resentments you'll see flying past, some of those big resentments, some of those billion little resentments, they're all just twirling around in a whirlpool, going faster and faster, and the green light is pulling it in like a tornado and making it tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, tighter and tighter until it's in a little tiny ball like a pearl. It's all in there. And then it starts coming out of your liver and very slowly traveling up your central meridian. You can feel it going up inch by inch. And I'm going to put something fiery music on, and as the music's on, feel that green ball of resentment, that pearly ball of concentrated resentment with a billion resentments is traveling up, up, up your central meridian very slowly. Feel that the pearly green ball is in your throat. Bring it up a little bit higher so that it's at the base of your mouth and throat where they join. And we're going to say 3 ohms slowly. And as we say them, feel that you're spitting it out into the water, that green pearly ball. So take a deep breath. Om. 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 you're still in the water, you jump down off the rock and you start moving around in the water, and you can tell that you feel lighter and you feel freer, and something in you has gone. You swim to the top of the water and the sun is shining, and you tell yourself that although in the human world it is extremely natural and unavoidable to gather grievances of every sort, so many more than we even admit to ourselves, that the path of the divine and the spiritual path means that you are willing and able to just let them go, continuously let them go, let them go. You're committed to not holding on to one of your grievances, not because we're good, but because that's our freedom. That's our way out of suffering. And we don't want to suffer. We want to have peace, and nothing is worth losing our peace or not gaining the peace that we're capable of having, and the power, the spiritual power that we're capable of having. So just before we open our eyes, I'm just going to read the last bit of that. Love holds no grievances. Determine now to see all those people as friends. It's talking about the ones that at the very beginning you thought of. So the first ones were major grievances, the ones that popped into your mind as major grievances. And then the second one was all the minor grievances you hold against those you like and even think you love. So determine now to see all these people as friends. Say to them all, thinking of each one that pops into your mind, I would see you as my friend, that I may remember you as part of me and come to know myself. Try to think of yourself as completely at peace with everyone and everything, safe in a world that protects you and loves you, and that you love in return. Try to feel safety surrounding you, hovering over you and holding you up. Try to believe, however briefly, that nothing can harm you in any way. Say to yourself, love holds no grievances. When I let all my grievances go, I will know I am perfectly safe. Love holds no grievances. Let me not betray myself. Love holds no grievances. I would wake to myself by laying all my grievances aside and wakening in the divine. So just one more minute sitting quietly, and then we'll open our eyes. Okay, when you're ready, just slowly open your eyes. Okay, we've got a couple more minutes. We'll talk about that question then. So I'm just going to read it again. Can you please speak to how we keep our energy clear and safe when we are living with someone whose energy is perhaps more negative or heavy? I think in every situation that's different for the people who are involved and who the other person is, what the situation is. And because obviously people are vastly different and people who are living in one house are vastly different. So the answer could be different for whatever the situation is. But generally, I think whenever we feel that the problem is someone else, we first, as a spiritual student, there's no escaping. We have to always, I have responsibility for everything. If something is disturbing me, no matter what is happening with the other person or people, it is my responsibility to fix up myself and elevate my consciousness. And everyone is capable of doing that when they're on the spiritual path. So that is number one. That immediately changes the feeling to, okay, look, no matter what they're doing, no matter what state they're in, if I'm feeling bad, that is my choice to be in that state. I can choose not to be like that, no matter what. No one can take that away from us. No one can take away our capacity to be at peace within ourselves and to find our spiritual stability. So that is number one. Number two, of course, can cover a whole range of things. Sometimes it's just a practical issue of people needing space or just working out some, people are very up and down. You know yourself, sometimes you're doing better, sometimes you're doing worse. Same with anyone that we live with. They're going to usually vary quite a lot. So, if they're going better, that's great. If they're not going better, then maybe they need something from us. Maybe they need nothing from us. Maybe we need to move away. If they're quite, if they're doing fairly negative things, often moving away is enough of an answer. But the main thing is when we take responsibility ourselves for our own state of mind, whatever is needed will come to us as an answer. And I think the last thing I'd like to say to that is in human life, there is an enormous importance put on couple relationships to work. And obviously, your loved ones are extremely important, and it's very important to love them. But as a spiritual student, we also have to remind ourselves, no couple relationship, no other person can take the place of the divine or our commitment to our own spiritual path. It's not that the person comes second, like, because, oh no, I've got to do this or I've got to do that. It's more that another person can't save us. Another person can't make us peaceful. Another person can't do any of the things that on the spiritual path we are striving to do. So it's also very important to say, I love deeply all the people that God has given me, all the people in my life, and I have a deep responsibility to them. But I never put another person or another type of relationship in that first spot that we reserve for our relationship with the divine and our capacity to develop our own consciousness, to bring it to a point of peace. As soon as we get in that state of peace, everything else we will have a way of working out. We'll get the right answers. We'll know what to do. And a lot of the time, just magically, once we get in a better state of mind, somehow the other person often seems to fix themselves up anyway. Like, not always, but magically, it often happens that as soon as we get in a better state of mind and calm down about something, or feel like, oh, they didn't really mean it, they're just like, they can't really help saying that or doing that. As soon as we just let it go and get in a better state of mind, magically the other person often seems to improve anyway, because we are all so energetically connected. And certainly as a spiritual student, that is our responsibility, to help as much as we can by our own energy. So any grievances that pop into your mind, remember, as a spiritual student, no, We don't do that. So that's our practice this week. It's not worth our peace of mind. Thank you, everyone.